Good morning, students. Today we will start a new chapter, that is second chapter of class 11, Kingdom System of Classification. Clear? Kingdom System of Classification is the second chapter of class 11. First, what is the purpose of classification? The purpose of classification is to organize vast number of plants and animals into categories. A vast number of plants and animals into categories that could be named easily and easily remembered. That could be named and easily remembered. As a result, the study of one organism of a group gives us the idea about the rest of the members of the particular group. Clear? As a result, the study of one organism of a group gives us idea about the rest of the members of the particular group. Accordingly, the whole living beings, the whole living organisms are classified into two kingdoms by Carolus Linnaeus in 1788. Carolus Linnaeus proposed the two kingdom system of classification in 1758. He based a number of criteria for the classification. These criteria are cell wall, locomotion, nutrition, response to stimuli, body structure, and growth power. Clear? The following criteria: cell wall. Okay, the Carolus Linnaeus divided the whole living beings into two kingdoms, which are Plantae and Animalia. Clear? Plantae and Animalia. The criteria are cell wall. In case of Plantae, a rigid cell wall is present. In case of Plantae, a rigid cell wall composed of cellulose is present, which is absent in case of Animalia. Similarly, locomotion. Most of the plants are static. They are non-motile or immobile, whereas Animalia are mobile, except in the phylum Porifera. Every animal is movable except the animals of phylum Porifera. They are not movable, they are immobile. Nutrition. The plant possesses chlorophyll so that they are autotrophic in nature. They are autotrophic in nature, whereas the animals do not have any pigment, any chlorophyll. Therefore, the animals are heterotrophic in nature. Response to stimuli. In case of plant, the response to stimuli is very slow. The plant also responds to stimuli, but the response is very slow. Example: phototrophism, geotrophism, hydrotrophism, etc. The plant responds to light, the plant responds to gravity, the plant responds to water, but the response is very slow. Whereas in case of animals, the response is very fast. Whereas in case of animals, the response is very fast and sudden. The next point is body structure. In case of plants, the body structure is branched. In case of plant, the body structure is branched, means they have a number of branches. But in case of animal, the body structure is compact, that is compact body. We have only two appendages, that is pectoral appendages and pelvic appendages. But in case of plant, a number of branches are present. Last is the growth. In case of plant, the growth is indefinite, unlimited. The plant growth is indefinite and unlimited, means in case of plant, the growing area found in the meristematic region. Here, the growing area is found in the meristematic region, so that they show unlimited or indefinite growth. But in case of Animalia, the growth is limited. In case of plant, the growth is indefinite, unlimited, whereas in case of Animalia, the growth is limited, definite. In plant, the growing region found in the apex, that is meristematic region, apical region, whereas in Animalia, the growing region is diffuse. Clear? The Carolus Linnaeus classified the whole living beings into two kingdoms, that is Plantae and Animalia, based on the following criteria. But a number of drawbacks are seen in the classification, that is two dimensional classification. The drawbacks are the Carolus Linnaeus did not distinguish between prokaryotes and eukaryotes. The cells are two types. One is prokaryotic cell, second is eukaryotic cell. The prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell, when we study this in the dimensional classification detail. Clear? He did not distinguish between prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Unicellular and multicellular. He placed all uni and multicellular animals in kingdom Animalia and all uni and multicellular plants in kingdom Plantae. Third point is the photosynthetic and non-photosynthetic. Linnaeus included all plants, including fungi, in the kingdom Plantae. But except fungi, all plants are autotrophic in nature, that is photosynthetic in habit, whereas the fungi is non-photosynthetic. He placed the plants and fungi in the same group, that is Plantae. That is the drawback of the two kingdom system classification. He also did not place the Euglena, mushroom, slime mold, etc. in any group. Euglena having dual nature. Euglena is an organism having both plant and animal properties. So the position of Euglena is controversial. Euglena having chlorophyll, autotrophic nature, assimilate nitrogen just like the plants, but do not have any cell wall. Clear? And the reserve food is paramylon body, that is not starch. Paramylon body that never live untreated with iodine. So the position of Euglena is controversial. The Euglena is neither plant nor animal. Similarly, mushroom is a fungi and slime mold. Slime mold is heterotrophic organism like animals, but in the vegetative stage they do not have any cell wall, whereas in reproductive stage they have a cell wall. So the position of these groups are controversial in case of two kingdom system classification. Later on, another scientist, Ernst Haeckel, in 1866 proposed three kingdom system of classification. Here, Ernst Haeckel in 1866 proposed three kingdom system classification. The three kingdoms are Protista, Plantae and Animalia. He included all the unicellular microorganisms under Protista. All unicellular microorganisms under Protista, like bacteria, unicellular algae, fungi, slime mold, protozoa, etc. All unicellular organisms placed under Protista. But he also did not distinguish the prokaryotes and eukaryotes. He included all prokaryotic and all eukaryotic organisms, unicellular organisms under Protista. That is the drawback of the Ernst Haeckel's three kingdom system classification. After that, Copeland in 1956 proposed four kingdom system of classification. In 1956, Copeland proposed four system kingdom of classification. Accordingly, the Copeland included another group, that is Monera. Besides the three Protista, Plantae, Animalia, he included another group, Monera. But Copeland named that group is Mycota. Copeland named the group Mycota and the name Monera was given by Doty and Allen. The name Monera was given by Doty and Allen. Copeland named Mycota. Mycota means Monera both are similar. He included Eubacteria, Cyanobacteria, Archaebacteria and Actinomycetes in the category Monera. Means all are prokaryotes. Means all are prokaryotes. He placed all prokaryotic organisms in Monera, all prokaryotic unicellular organisms in Monera, all eukaryote unicellular in Protista, and another group is plant and animalia. After that, R.H. Whitaker in 1969 proposed 5 kingdom system of classification. Clear? R.H. Whitaker in 1969 proposed 5 kingdom system of classification. This system classification is still accepted. He classified the whole living beings into 5 kingdoms based on the following criteria. These are complexity of cell structure. These are complexity of cell structure, prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Complexity of cell structure, prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Prokaryotes means Monera. And all eukaryotes he divided into unicellular and multicellular on the basis of complexity of body organization. He classified the whole living beings into 5 kingdoms based on the following 3 criteria. These are complexity of cell structure. Based on the complexity of cell structure, he classified all organisms into 2 groups, that is prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Prokaryotes and eukaryotes. In prokaryotes, all unicellular organisms without any nuclear membrane included. All unicellular organisms without a nuclear membrane, or that is called incipient nucleus. Incipient nucleus included in the prokaryotes, and it is named as Monera. The rest group is eukaryotes. The eukaryotes are divided into 2 categories, that is unicellular and multicellular. Unicellular and multicellular based on complexity of body organization. Unicellular means Protista, and all multicellular organisms again classified into 3 categories based on mode of nutrition. Based on the mode of nutrition, there are 3 modes of nutrition. These are absorptive, photosynthetic and ingestive. Carlos Linnaeus classified autotrophic and heterotrophic. There is 2 modes of nutrition, but there are 3 modes of nutrition found. These are absorptive. Here fungi included in this category. Absorptive, photosynthetic, plantae and ingestive animalia. So that R.H. Whitaker proposed the 5 kingdom system classification on the basis of 3 criteria. These are complexity of cell structure, complexity of body organization and mode of nutrition. The 5 kingdoms are: number 1, Monera. Here all unicellular prokaryotes are included in the kingdom Monera. Protista, all unicellular eukaryotes. All unicellular prokaryotes in Monera and all unicellular eukaryotes in Protista. Clear? Unicellular prokaryotes Monera, unicellular eukaryotes Protista. Third is the fungi. It is a plant having cell wall but without a necroplast. It is a cell, is a plant without any chloroplast, so the nutrition is absorptive, absorb the substances from the surroundings, absorb the substances, decomposed materials from the surroundings. What is the plant day? Plants with cell, with chlorophyll, and the nutrition is photosynthetic, that is autotrophic in nutrition. The nutrition is autotrophic in nutrition. Fifth one is the animalia. Here the organisms are multicellular, without chloroplast, without cell wall. Clear? We take a proper typing now on the basis of cell complexity, that is monera and unicellular prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Prokaryotes including all the monera in the prokaryotes. Eukaryotes classified into complex body organization, protista or unicellular and multicellular. The multicellular again divides into mode of nutrition, that is absorptive, photosynthetic and digestive. The five kingdoms are, shortly you can remember that monera, unicellular prokaryotes, number one. Protista, unicellular eukaryotes. Fungi, multicellular with cell wall but without any pigments. Multicellular cell wall without any pigments. Fungi. Plant, multicellular having cell wall and having pigments. Multicellular having cell wall and having pigments. That is autotrophic in nature. Plant. Animalia, multicellular without cell wall and without pigment. Clear? Multicellular without cell wall and without pigments. And a number of advantages are seen in the five system classification. The merits of R.H. Whittaker is that he classified the organisms on the basis of complexity of cell structure. He classified the complexity of body organization. He separates fungi into another group, that is with plant without any chlorophyll. It is natural than others and it shows phylogenetic relationship amongst the groups. It shows phylogenetic relationship. Phylogenetic means evolutionary relationship amongst the groups. Besides the number of merits, it has some demerits also. He did not place the position of Euglena. It is controversy. Euglena, both autotrophic and heterotrophic nature, that is mixotrophic in nutrition. So the position of Euglena is a controversial one. Second, unicellular algae. The algae, all algae cannot be separated, but he separates blue-green algae into monera, unicellular algae into protista, multicellular algae into plantae. So these are the drawbacks, and virus do not have any position in this kingdom system classification. After that, Carl Woese in 1990 recently, Carl Woese proposed sixth kingdom system of classification. He only classified the monera into eubacteria and archaebacteria, and the rest are same. Carl Woese divides the monera of five kingdoms of classification into eubacteria and archaebacteria on the basis of sequence of 16S ribosomal RNA. 16S RNA. Clear? He classified the monera into two groups, that is eubacteria and archaebacteria, on the basis of sequence of 16S rRNA or ribosomal RNA. But there is no such difference between these groups. Eubacteria, archaebacteria, the rest groups are same that are typing of classification. These are protista, fungi, plantae, and animalia. it is not accepted by the people. So Carl Rose again divides all the kingdoms into three domains. These are domain archy. In the domain archy, he included the Archaebacteria. Domain bacteria. In this case, eubacteria are found in the domain bacteria. Clear? In the domain eubacteria, that is domain bacteria. Second, Archaebacteria, domain archy, and third, eukarya. In the eukarya, Protista, fungi, plant, animalia, all are found in the eukarya. Means all eukaryotic organisms are included in the eukarya. Archaebacteria included in the domain archy, and eubacteria are included in the domain bacteria. These are the three domains of life proposed by Carl Rose, but it is also not popularly accepted. Only the higher kingdoms classification is accepted. Clear? Carl Rose proposed 2 kingdoms, 3 kingdoms by Aristotle, 4 kingdoms by Kepler, 5 kingdoms by Aristotle, and 6 kingdom system by Carl Rose. The 5 kingdoms are Monera, Protista, fungi, plantae, and animalia. We will discuss in the next class the kingdom Monera. Clear? We will discuss in the next class the kingdom Monera. The Monera includes all unicellular and prokaryotic organisms. Next class we will discuss about detailed structure, function, classification of Monera. Clear? Thank you.